We can do a little Robin Hood in here, try to see if we can stop this parking enforcement from making any money. The parking enforcement officer jaywalking. They don't have a jaywalking ordinance here in Toledo? Well, I saw an officer do it, so I figured it'd be okay for me as a citizen. You can call the cops because nobody's harassing you. I'm filming you in a public space. So I have a parking enforcement officer here who's telling me I'm harassing her. She's across the street. And she's out here handing out tickets to people, so. You guys have enough change?
Yeah, we do. Thank you.
Parking enforcement is out. You're gonna give him a ticket anyway, even though I just paid for his parking, huh?
I'm on my phone.
He's got time there. She's handing out tickets. I'm trying to pay. If you're not gonna stay, leave. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Maybe Robin Hood in Ohio too. What's that? Yeah, I got a problem with the state taking people's money for victimless crimes, which is what she's doing. I'm not harassing her. I'm fucking like 30 feet behind her, so
How's she doing that?
I'm just filming her.
How's she doing that?
Because you're charging people money for tickets for victimless crimes of parking.
I'm gonna call police.
You can go ahead and do that because I'm not bothering anybody, so.
No, you're harassing.
I'm not harassing her, I'm filming her. You work for the city in this capacity, you're public officials, you'd have no right to privacy. Not in public. Larry. Another parking enforcement officer that likes to jaywalk.
Yep. He's got a black tee on. Jeez. I'm sending her off. Yeah, I'm watching right now.
From more than 50 feet away. Don't forget to include that. Already got a ticket, can't save that one. I'm just trying to make sure they can't give anybody any tickets by feeding the meters. Yep. Make sure you get it right. You may have every right in the world to do this, and I have every right in the world to film you doing it, so. Nobody's harassing anybody. I was at least 30 feet behind her the whole time. Good. Is that what we're just going to wait here for him then? Is that how that's what it is? All right. I'll make sure my backup camera gets here.
Badges don't grant extra rights.
Come and film, because I'm going to go knock on the door and ask them to give me Toledo PD.
Well, I got my glasses on. They're recording right now.
Oh, did you? You called an emergency number for a non-emergency? Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations. Hey, can I use the bathroom? No, I didn't think so.
Oh, yeah? Really, I can just hear something like this?
Basically.
And record myself, like, basically.
Nope.
You know, of course, they'll fucking shoot you for no reason.
But if I got it like this and I got it on selfie mode, just like this.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
And I got it on selfie, they don't even know it, huh?
Yep. And they don't have to know either.
You ask them if I'm detained or I'm free to go, and they tell you you're detained, ask them under suspicion of what crime. If they give you something, which they probably will, because they make that shit up anyway. Yeah. Well, they make that shit up anyway, so it doesn't matter. When they say ask them that, tell them, okay, then I have nothing further to say to you. Call my lawyer. Yeah. And if they say I'm free to go, yep. Well, keep the film on and then walking away, of course. Just walk away.
Because they start following you after they said you're free to go, that's harassment.
That's right.
Once they say you're free to go.
Apparently, this is the parking information. This guy is saying that I'm following him. He called the cops for that. That ain't what they're asking. So I'm just waiting here for the cops to show up. We'll wait till 3:30. If they don't show up, we're fucking leaving. Let them pull me over on the highway. Yep. Just make sure you know your rights when you're doing stuff like that. And like I said, magic words. Am I being detained or am I free to go? I go by Dio, Greater Cleveland Cop Lock.
I'm Larry.
There's a Toledo Cop Lock you can look up too. David Evans.
Is there a number on here?
No, it's just looking at it on Facebook.
Look at a copy of that.
Toledo if you want to see Toledo version.
Okay. All right, appreciate it.
Yep.
Take it, take stuff. The city gets this money though, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Port Authority owns the garages, and they have a lease franchise agreement with the city, meaning the city, the Port Authority bought the garages, and they bought all the meters. Now, what they also did was they leased. I mean, they can't own. No one can own the public right of way. However, somebody has the right. I mean, this is been debated since 1935. It is debated good that they can charge to park downtown. Now, who they choose, we're an agent of the Port Authority. We don't work for the city. Now, what the Port Authority does with the money, I mean, I don't know. We run the garages, and we've had a couple people out on the road to enforce the meters, and the money goes to the bank. So, just so you know, I said they're not law enforcement officers. They have absolutely nothing. The only thing they can possibly do is they can go to these meters and they can write an expired meter ticket, and that's it. And if the meter ticket was written wrong, there's a free, complete civil appeal process. So that's another thing. You can just simply is.
So when you fight
it's
this,
just
you don't even go to court. You go to.
No, you don't. It's decriminalized. See, parking tickets were
So
decriminalized.
technically, you don't even have to pay these tickets.
You can do what you want with them. What's going to happen?
I mean,
if you don't want to pay them, you're right. Here's what happens. There's two things can happen if you don't want to pay your tickets in the state of Ohio. They are subject to any debt collection, meaning somebody can turn them over to a debt collector and say, hey, you owe some money.
Yeah.
And whatever, you still have to do what, I always tell everybody, you can pay them or you don't pay them. Here's the kicker. The state of Ohio has an agreement with all the cities in Ohio, what's called a deter. It's a program that if you get 3 or more unpaid parking tickets, they can send it to the state of Ohio, the BMV, and they can put a block on your registration. So when you go in and say, I got to register my car, they're going to say, you can't, sir.
Yeah, you
Why
got to
not?
pay this before you.
Pay.
Yeah.
So that's the only recourse. Yeah, they're decriminalized. There's nothing criminal about. They're just.
That's only here though, right? That's not like Cleveland and Sandusky and all that shit.
Well, Cleveland still holds on. They'll send them to the court. Cleveland, you get one there, they'll send them get an injunction. Now here in Dayton and Akron and some others have decriminalized, and they say, hey, take it out of the courts. If somebody doesn't pay their ticket, or if they don't like getting their ticket, guess what they can do? They simply can come in here, sit down with someone who doesn't work for us, doesn't work for the city, just a hearing officer. Yeah, right. And they can say, hey, let me see the circumstances. Now they're not very successful if it's like an expired meter. But if someone's parked in a no stopping kind of halfway, the hearing officers are pretty good about that. Yeah. But like I said, these guys they're just park smart employees. And we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization that's hired by the Port Authority, who owns the garages. I mean, that's our big part of it. Yeah. But we do enforce the meters. Okay. So, I mean, they're not out doing it. So,
and all we're doing is documenting.
Deal.
Yeah, I'm Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Yeah,
I know.
It would have been a lot nicer to have somebody like you come out and talk to us as opposed to this guy who goes and immediately threatens harassing charges.
He doesn't automatically. He's closer to him. He's their immediate supervisor, so it's sort of like he's going to have more of an emotional attachment to anything. And you got to remember, it's a female. And listen, we're out here. We're still downtown. We've had a couple people run over. We've had some people just mess with them.
Yeah.
It's like I said, that's the real skinny. We've had no problem telling anybody that. Trust me, our worst customers.
They showed up.
People are the worst. Are the sometimes the people.
But yeah, we didn't shout at her or nothing.
I get that, but I just want you to know who they are. So if you're spending time, and I know what you guys do, and I realize, and listen, I'm not so far off of the same line of thinking myself, but just that's who they are.
Yeah, sure.
So,
like I said, I appreciate you being nice and talking to us about it as opposed to
go talk to them. Sure. Have an incident here. They showed up, so you can take.
Absolutely. Yep. Thank you. It's gonna look pretty stupid when he's talking to us nicely and this guy's all yelling and shit. So, well, that's good. Gonna go down there and.
I'll wait for him to approach us.
Let's close the gap.
Yeah, sure.
This way here, TPD sees us with cameras and they know we're going to be fucking recording, right? You guys want to talk to us at all? No? Okay.
All right.
You want to just, here, let me give you one of these cards here. You did inform him that it's perfectly legal to use videotaping.
Yes.
That's all I just
And that website, copblock.org website, there's a welcome law enforcement officers section on there, so you can understand what we do. We're not out here, we're not out here to get in you guys' way. We're not out here to make you guys look bad. We're a police accountability group, and that's basically all it is. What do you mean with this stand for? Cop. It means we're blocking you guys from violating people's rights.
That's all.
Yep.
All right. That's the smallest penny of it right there.
Yep. Be safe out there.
Yep. You guys take it safe.
Don't have anything to do with it. No. Let this one go. He went inside to wipe all the egg off of his face. They weren't very friendly, but they were cool. So
That's all
yeah. Yep.
I don't expect friendly from people who think that we're out there to fuck them.
Yep.
See, that's the thing with the whole thing with Daniel and everything like that, talking that shit and everything. He's got people here that are under the assumption that we're fucking evil right from the get-go, and that's not my fault. You know? I can't help people's perception. You know? And I'm not even going to try. I can't try. I can't even hold a fucking job because I can't deal with people's perception. You know?